Welcome to the News Bulletin. My name is Stanley Nyaringita with the latest news happenings. And we start off in Nandi County, where investigations into the February 20th helicopter crash in Mosop that claimed 6 lives are intensifying. DNA identification of the victims is underway with support from Kenya Medical Research Institute, KEMRI, as postmortems continue at Lee Funeral Home. Meanwhile, National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula has called for stricter enforcement of aviation safety regulations following the tragedy. Wetangula has urged pilots and aviation stakeholders to strictly adhere to safety protocols, particularly during adverse weather conditions.
Our condolences to the people of Kenya. Whenever we have such a tragedy, Kenyans have got the good habit of coming together to express their empathy and sympathies and condolences to bereaved families. This reminds us of the tragedy we suffered in Marsabit when we had an air crash that claimed the late Honorable Godana and many members of Parliament. And we, as we mourn, we pray to God to protect the families and also encourage the aviation authorities to ensure that regulations are enforced when the weather sounds and looks bad, what pilots should do, so that we don't have a recurrence of this kind of tragedy.
Right away from that, William Ruto has defended his decision to work closely with the Nairobi County government, saying the partnership is aimed at strengthening service delivery for city residents. According to the head of state, the cooperation framework will enhance county's capacity to address key challenges, that is, including expanding healthcare services through additional equipment at Mutuini Hospital in Dagoretti. The national government also plans to improve road infrastructure and scale up city cleanup efforts. The president was speaking while inspecting Mutuini Hospital in Dagoretti South. He later addressed public rallies within the city as he continued his political engagements. He was accompanied by Nairobi City Governor Johnson Sakaja and Lang'ata Member of Parliament Felix Odiwuor, among other leaders.
Tumekuwa na hospitali ndogo pale. Wakati nilikuja hapa mwaka uliopita, niliwaambia tutakuja kutengeneza hii hospitali tukamilishe ikuwe tayari. Sasa nimekuja hapa kuiangalia. Na mimi nataka munisikie watu wa Nairobi. Hii hospitali yenu mwezi wa 4, yani next month, mwisho ya next month, mimi nakuja kufungua hii hospitali ikiwa
Mutuini walikuwa wanaona ni kama hawako Nairobi. Si ni kweli? Walikuwa wamesaulika. Sasa kwa hii Mutuini Excellency, tuko na hii hospitali, nimewajengea jikoni, watoto wanakula, tuko na soko ambayo tunaendelea. Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Kuna vijana wetu wameingia kwa Green Army, tunataka zaidi waingie kwa Climate Works, kwa sababu tulisema kazi ni mboka ni, si ndio hiyo? So Excellency, ile tutakuomba hii, mnaona hii ndio kushirikiana ya national government na county government.
To matters politics, former Chief Justice and leader of the Green Movement Party, David Maraga, has urged Kenyan youth to register as voters and actively participate in the electoral process. Speaking in Molo Town during his political tour, Maraga said strong youth turnout is key to shaping the country's leadership and addressing pressing national challenges. Maraga also called on Kenyans to trust his leadership, saying he has the capacity to restore order and tackle corruption, which he described as one of Kenya's biggest problems.
Hii yetu ya Kenya, yes. Iwapo wewe ni mama, iwapo wewe
umekuja hapa kuwasii mkuwe na kura. Mkuwe na kura, yule ambaye hajajiandikisha ajiandikishe awe na kura. Kama hatuna kura, hata kama tunataka change na tusipie kura,
And still on matters politics, a section of Orange Democratic Movement rebels led by Edwin Sifuna, who's a Nairobi senator, and Deputy Party Leader Geoffrey Osotsi has skipped the party's parliamentary group meeting held at Parliament buildings. This morning, the meeting was chaired by ODM Party Leader Oburu Oginga, who said he will reach out to the dissenting members in the interest of party unity. Among legislators perceived to be leaning towards the rebel faction, only Saboti Member of Parliament Caleb Amisi attended the session. The party also demanded that the United Democratic Alliance respects its proposal to zone its strongholds in order to safeguard its numerical strength in parliament.
Now let me ask you something. Are you not seeing in these PG members you are claiming to be Linda something? All of them are here. Yeah. Aren't you seeing here? Look at the faces. Unless you are, I can see you have spectacles. Unless you're not seeing properly. All the Lindas are here. All the Lindas. All the Lindas. All the Lindas are here. Even the ones which are Lindering me are here. We will communicate soon. Given mandate to our party leader, even our constitution, the party constitution, gives him the mandate. So he's going to come up with a plan on how the negotiations should be handled. And he's going to share it with the National Executive Committee of the party. And all those issues you are raising of zoning and all those things will be part and parcel of the agenda of the negotiation.
From politics to education, the Elimu Bora Working Group has raised alarm over rising student deaths in schools, blaming weak enforcement of safety standards and alleged negligence by some administrators. Speaking in Nairobi, the lobby says that at least 7 learners have died in the first term alone under troubling circumstances. Among the cases cited are Samuel Munyao, Sheila Kenyi from Joro Girls, 3 students from Saikuru who drowned while swimming in River Tana, and Brian Sifuna, who allegedly ingested laboratory chemicals during a practical lesson. The group is now calling for urgent government intervention, including the reinstatement of the Edu Afya insurance scheme, improved emergency preparedness in schools, and independent investigations into all reported incidents to ensure accountability and safer learning environments.
Wakuu wa shule wamepewa the skills they require to ensure that they wana respond kwa mambo yale ambayo yanatokea shuleni kama vile emergencies. How well are they equipped to respond to these emergencies?
The responsibility of ensuring that all these schools are safe and are compliant with the regulations rests with the Cabinet Secretary. And he has all the instruments to ensure that he keeps monitoring and knowing to the specific school that all schools are up to the standard.
Or enforce clear national regulations on supervision standards, discipline practices, teacher conduct, and mandatory timelines for hospital referrals. 5, facilitate independent, transparent investigations into all recent deaths of learners and ensure accountability where negligence is established.
Meanwhile, the government has moved to calm fuel supply concerns, assuring the country holds adequate petroleum stocks despite heightened tensions in the Middle East. The Minister of Energy and Petroleum says imports are secured through April 2026, guaranteeing stability for both Kenya and the region. Cabinet Secretary Opiyo Ndai says the government is closely monitoring the situation and coordinating contingency plans with suppliers to ensure that uninterrupted nationwide fuel availability. The Kenya Airports Authority has dismissed the involvement of India's Adani Group in the modernization and expansion of Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. In a statement issued Tuesday, KAA says the privately initiated proposal with the Adani Group was formally cancelled and that there are currently no discussions with the company or its affiliates regarding the project. The authority maintains that the JKA expansion is Government of Kenya funded program being implemented under established public sector policies and procedures. Acting Manager Director and CEO Dr. Mohamud Gedi says KAA remains committed to transparency and will continue updating stakeholders and the public. And to sports news, all is set for the 2026 edition of the WRC Safari Rally after Kenya Breweries Limited confirmed a 45 million Kenyan shillings sponsorship towards this year's global motorsport spectacle. The 6th edition of the rally since its return to the World Rally Championship calendar will be held from the 12th to the 15th of March in Naivasha. The event is expected to attract elite local and international drivers alongside thousands of fans, further cementing Kenya's position as a premier global motorsport destination. For the first time since the WRC's return, spectators will also be allowed to watch the official shakedown session during the 2026 edition. Competitors will tackle 20 special stages covering approximately 350 competitive kilometers across some of the most iconic and punishing terrain in world rallying.
Globally, the rally continues to draw crews from more than 20 countries, positioning Kenya firmly on the world motorsport stage. Beyond the attendance of the event, the publicity it attracts both through mainstream media and digital channels plays an important role in amplifying Kenya's visibility to millions of viewers worldwide. The economic impact is equally significant. The rally generates a total economic value of over 60 billion Kenya shillings through tourism, hospitality, transport, media exposure. And for Naivasha and the surrounding communities, Rally Week means increased business activity, job opportunities, and global spotlight.
I believe we are ready for the 2026 safari. For me as a navigator, this will be my 5th safari. So I am well knowledgeable about the do's and don'ts of safari. And we are ready to tackle the event.
And on that note, news now ends right about there. My name is Stanley Nyaringita. More news coming your way at 7 p.m. and at 9 p.m., including Ukumbi wa Siasa with Senator Stuart Madzaya. Goodbye for now.